It is a glorious day out in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It's time to do a little tailgating. I don't know if there's many towns that tailgate brats better than the town of Milwaukee. Yeah, it's a beautiful walk across the bridge where today Brandon Woodruff will make the start for the Brewers. Christian Yelich is in the lineup. We didn't see a lot of him in Philadelphia earlier this season. American Family Field. That's odd to say. It's the Phillies and the Brewers, game one of a 3-game series. All right, so the Phillies begin play today, 2 games out in the National League East behind the Atlanta Braves. The Braves won yesterday. Of course, the Phillies won yesterday against the Miami Marlins. Hey, everybody, I'm Tom McCarthy. Look who's back. The Crucker is back in the house as the Phillies get set for this huge 3-game series against the Brewers. And I'll tell you, John, if you think about Milwaukee, a lot of times you think about Harvey Wallbangers and their offense. Well, this year, I think you think a little bit about their pitching.
Yeah, their pitching's phenomenal, Tom. And we're going to see 3 of their best starting pitchers in this series. But they're going to see 3 of our best starting pitchers also. But, you know, you see what the Phillies or the Brewers pitching staff has done. Brandon Woodruff, just unbelievable. 9-7, 2.35 ERA. Lauer got it 3.43, and Peralta, who's pitching the last game, just under 3. So it's going to be a challenge for the offense of the Phillies to put some runs together, and especially against this guy. In his start in Philadelphia, an explosive fastball up in the zone. We have to figure out a way to lay off that pitch, but then he can go down in the zone with the breaking stuff, the changeup. But he's going to get a lot of strikeouts with that pitch up unless the Phillies can lay off of it. He's one of the best pitchers going in the game today, Tom, and it's going to be a challenge for this Phillies offense to string some runs together against him.
All right, StatCast powered by Google Cloud gives us a look at his pitch arsenal for 2021. That 4-seam fastball is really good. The sinker is excellent as well. There are folks that believe that if the playoffs began today, Burns probably has better numbers and is more of a Cy Young candidate, but Woodruff would be the starter in Game 1 because he is a guy that has some experience in the postseason. I don't know if you can go wrong with either one of them.
No.
Phillies will start Zach Wheeler. Vogelbach, how about the hero he was yesterday? We're going to talk about him. Well, maybe we'll talk about beers and brats as well when we return.
They all go hand in
hand. Phillies baseball is brought to you by the Toyota Camry, now with available all-wheel drive. Visit your local Tri-State Toyota dealer today. By Xfinity Mobile. Get nationwide 5G included at no extra cost with Xfinity Mobile. By Citizens, official bank of the Phils. And by Independence Blue Cross. Learn more at IVX.com. Philadelphia today. It's also gorgeous out in Milwaukee as the fans roll in for Game 1 of a 3-game series between the Phillies and the Milwaukee Brewers. Playoff implications for the Phils. The Brewers, meanwhile, win one more game. They'll match the 82 Brewers for the most games over 500 in a season. That's rather impressive. They're 30 games over. And they're 30 games over, John, because yesterday Daniel Vogelbach hit the ultimate grand slam.
Yeah, who knew what that was? That was what it was called, Tom, the ultimate grand slam. But this guy, how do you not love him? I mean, look at him. I mean, you know, he's my idol. Look at the size of this behemoth. But, I mean, he got a fastball, and he did not miss it. And incoming right there, heads up Brewers roster with him running into home plate. But, you know, you got to love this kid because he is a larger fellow. But, yes, man, does he love playing the game. And you see what they've done, these walk-off in grand style. 31st ultimate walk-off grand slam all time. The thing that surprises me is my old friend, old coach Tony Taylor.
Yes.
One of those guys that got one for the Phillies. We love Tony, but you know, this is a guy that's going to come off this bench today. At some point, if the game's close, Joe Girardi might have to manage around him.
So that was our giant home run replay. An ultimate grand slam is classified as a player hitting a bases-loaded walk-off homer when his team enters its final at-bat, trailing by 3 runs.
Beautiful.
We're educating folks today. Baseball terms. Lineups at first pitch when we return. Network. Save on your wireless bill with Xfinity Mobile. Roof is open out in Milwaukee. Bright sunshiny afternoon. Temperatures in the mid-70s. For today's matchup between the Phils and the Milwaukee Brewers, let's look at the Phillies lineup brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. Odubel Herrera leads it off, then Gene Segura. Bryce Harper hits third. JT Realmuto will back cleanup. Andrew McCutchen, how about his career numbers against the Brewers? 35 home runs and 97 runs batted in 156 games.
And his struggles against righties, but that's why he's in the lineup. And familiarity with the ballpark and success against the team, you got to take your shots.
Absolutely. This guy has been good this year. 27th start for Brandon Woodruff. He matched up against Zach Wheeler earlier this season. And since that 4-game sweep by the Phillies over the Brewers, they haven't looked back. I mean, they've been one of the best teams, if not the best team in the National League since that 4-game losing streak. In fact, they're 67-39 since they dropped the 4 games to the Phils. All right, Luke Bryan's almost done singing. Odubel's walking to the plate. First pitch is presented by Penn Orthopedics this afternoon.
We can listen to the whole song before Odubel gets in the box and ready to go.
Probably could.
There it is, a little nod to the pitcher. Sure Woodruff's going to take that to heart and take it easy on him.
Woodruff is one of 3 Milwaukee Brewers starting pitchers. You see the umpires, they have their sunglasses on. The sun is going to be tough today. The shadows are going to be tough today as this game moves on.
I think Jim Wolf went to the gym before the game.
He looks like he did something. Odubel fouls the first pitch off. We're underway and it's 0-1.
That might be the one, Tom.
And you will get one with Woodruff. So Woodruff is one of 3 Brewers starting pitchers who has a sub-3 earned run average. The 2017 Nationals, the last team to have 3 starting pitchers, finished the year with sub-3 ERAs. Scherzer, Strasburg, and Gio Gonzalez. Odubel lifts it out towards center. It's not deep. Jackie Bradley's out there. 1 out.
Well, that's the pitch right there that the Phillies have to figure out a way to stay off of. And that's that elevated fastball by Woodruff. We saw it in Philadelphia. He struck out a bunch of guys with that elevated fastball. You're not going to catch up to it.
John Tumpane calling the balls and strikes. Jerry Meals, the veteran, is the crew chief over at first. Mike McClinsky at second. Jim Wolf, who will win any kind of arm wrestling competition, is over at third. Segura takes a breaking ball. It's 0-1. Gene Segura, former Milwaukee Brewer. He bunts, foul.
You got a feeling now it's going to be either an elevated fastball or the breaking ball from Woodruff. It seems like that's the way teams are trying to approach Segura. It's a lot of breaking balls.
Not a large crowd today on Labor Day.
Maybe they're working.
Could be working today. 0-2 pitch to Segura. Tapper right of the mound. This could be a tough play. Barehanded by Wong. Throws to first, and he is safe at first.
Dangerous.
That is a dangerous head-first slide.
Well, he got the breaking ball from Woodruff, and if Woodruff catches it, of course, it's an easy out, but Wong playing deep had to come in and barehanded. Made a heck of a play, but the hustle of Segura, I guess he beat that out.
Yeah, the Brewers are not going to challenge it.
Wow.
That is really close. Now, was Tellez's foot off the bag?
I don't know. I was watching the helmet fly up and looked like it hit Segura in the face. But another hit for Gene.
5th hit on the road trip for Segura, and here's Bryce Harper. Harper was 2 for 11 in the series against the Marlins. They homered yesterday.
Cadillac time.
Cadillac presents our look at Bryce Harper's home run yesterday. John, the hang time on this was 6.5.
Yeah, I watched the replay of that yesterday. I'm like, wow, how did it look like a pop-up? That's a strong human being that hit it, though.
Yeah, there were 2 home runs yesterday, one hit by Harper and one hit by the Marlins that could have been caught by the outfielders if they had gotten back to the spot. Could have been. Swing and a miss, 1-1. 96-mile-an-hour fastball.
Yeah, if he keeps that up there, Bryce is going to have some issues. It just seems a lot harder than 96, doesn't it? Look like it just jumps on you.
That ball's hit well. Out to center field. Bradley going back, and it is gone! Just over the Toyota territory sign. Bryce Harper, his 28th home run, has given the Phils a 2-0 lead.
Ooh, baby.
That sounded good off the bat. And by the way, heck of a catch by the fan out in right center field. That is a good way to start. Let me rephrase that. That is a great way to start this series.
Yeah, this will let Wheeler relax a little bit. He tried to get that fastball up, but he didn't get it above the belt. It was belt high, and I don't care what the velocity is. Bryce is going to put a good swing on that one. I mean, that center cut, and boy, did he just annihilate that. That's right. Wear the hat and get a couple more.
He's fired up.
Yeah, he is.
And now JT, he takes a breaking ball 0-1. What a beautiful swing.
And again, that is a heck of a catch by that fan out there, but just when he hits them like that, they're just so majestic. Just you know it's gone when it leaves the bat.
426 is the estimated distance.
That'll carry it.
No balls, 2 strikes to Real Muto. JT 3 for 13, tied for first among catchers with extra base hits. 39 extra base hits for JT. Pulled foul. Bryce Harper on the Geico quote of the day on the Marlins series. First 2 games, I didn't think we played well at all, myself included. I think this whole series I haven't played well at all. I didn't hit well at all. I need to be better, especially in these last 3 weeks of the season.
Started off good so far. But that's what you want to hear from your best player. How many times we heard it's, not from Bryce or anyone from the Phillies, but in general, guys say, well, the other guys have to pick it up. He throws the blame right on himself. But he answered the bell today.
Swing and a miss, 97. First strikeout for Woodruff. 186 on the season.
Yeah, 2 breaking balls to get 0-2, a fastball in, and then he just a couple foul balls and just said, you know what, I ain't gonna fool around anymore.
So 2 outs, and he's reached 158 innings now for the year, which matches his career high as a professional, not even as a major leaguer. In fact, the only other time that he hit 158 innings was high A, double A in 2016. One ball, no strikes. Andrew McCutcheon hitting .224, 23 home runs. He's got a pretty good breaking ball going today, doesn't he?
Got a real good one. Yeah, he threw a couple real good ones to JT, and yeah, the one to Segura was a good breaking ball. Just Segura finds a way to put the bat on him, makes something happen, gets on base. Bryce follows. But yeah, if he's throwing that one for strikes, it's not going to be a lot of fun for the righties.
Kutch 6 for 21 on this road trip. He doesn't bite, and it's 2-2. That was Harper's first hit against Woodruff in 6 at-bats.
Small sample size, Tom. As far as he knows right now, he's 1 for 1 off of him.
With a 426-foot home run.
Exactly.
Swing and a miss at 97. Back-to-back strikeouts. The Phillies, though, strike first. Great way to start this 3-game series. Bryce Harper, a 2-run home run. Hit one yesterday, hits one again today. That home run gives Harper 32 extra base hits since the All-Star break. #1 in the National League. Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. Colton Wong leads it off, then Jace Peterson. Christian Yelich hits third. He has excellent career numbers against the Phillies. It includes 14 home runs and 17 doubles. He was banged up when these two teams saw each other back in Philadelphia and eventually went on the injured list. Zach Wheeler making his 28th start, facing Colton Wong, who's just off the paternity list. His wife gave birth to a baby daughter a couple days ago. One ball, one strike.
Well, hopefully what you see from Wheeler today is strikeouts and ground balls, because anything in the air in that ballpark, especially with the roof open, there's a shot it's going to go out.
One, two, out towards center, not deep. Going out is Didi, coming in is Odubel, and Herrera makes the catch.
Eerily similar start than what the Phillies had.
All right, so that's Wheeler's line from his last outing against the Brewers. By the way, Colton Wong's wife had a baby boy.
Cash Kaha.
Yeah.
I hope I'm saying Kaha right.
Well, I mean, you know. It's a cool name. No balls, one strike to Peterson. The veteran, he's bounced around. Fouled back, it's 1-2.
Tell you what, you like Wheeler establishing that fastball in. Threw one up and into Wong for a strike, and now at 98 right there to Peterson.
Check swing, did he go? He did not, says Jim Wolf.
Good Lord, is he huge. Wow.
He's close.
Yeah. How do you argue with him?
Outside 3-2.
Look at that. Good. He works out, Tom.
I think he might. He might do some push-ups, military, you know, the whole thing.
I'm sure he does some crunches, too.
Not Nestle crunches.
Nope.
3-2 pitch. Peterson fouls it off again.
I think this is the big thing with Wheeler with the bullpen game yesterday. And I know the guys only pitched 1 inning, so you'd have to think that everyone's available. But you know, these foul balls, building up pitch counts. Yeah, Wheeler hopefully can put guys away quicker than what he is here with Peterson.
Lazy fly ball out to shallow left. Didi Gregorius is there. It'll make the catch. 2 outs. And then it brings Yelich up.
So much for the ground balls, huh? Launch angle.
Just keep it off the barrel.
That's right.
And we mentioned day games. Day games are tough here. It's a beautiful ballpark, but you can see where the shadow is now around home plate. Outfielders, particularly left field early on, has probably the toughest sun to deal with. That's Andrew McCutcheon who's out there. Yelich lines one to center, and that'll drop in front of Herrera. 2-out single. And Eduardo Escobar is coming up.
Well, first pitch fastball to Yelich and didn't hit it well. He just hit it in the right spot. He got in a little bit, just muscles it out there to shallow center. Odubel looked like he started stumbling, but thank goodness he didn't try to dive. Not that that ball would have bounced far away, but I think they're waiting for something from Yelich. And he's just not reciprocating.
I don't think he is. This was a good trade for the Brewers. They acquired Eduardo Escobar from the Arizona Diamondbacks. He has 24 home runs, 73 runs batted in overall. Just 2 home runs with the Brewers, but hitting .304. It's surprising to see how good his numbers are against the Phillies. .375 average. Up high, 1-1.
Tell you what, hey, Wheeler fastball's popping, but he hasn't having trouble locating his secondary pitches. And, you know, with the shadows, he could probably live off the fastball for a while, but eventually he's going to have to throw those off-speed pitches and get some swings and misses.
Yeah, he's been fighting it since the All-Star break. 5-4, an ERA of 4.43. He does have over 200 strikeouts, 208. Third fastest Philly to reach 200 strikeouts. Pitch high, 2-1. The 208 strikeouts is number 3.
Lefty?
In the league.
Oh.
No, 200. It's a good number for Wheeler because he never did it before. But in the history of the game,
lefty probably did it 20 times.
Escobar pulls it foul past the camera well.
It's another cutter slider at 93. Slider, I suppose. And you see his pitch usage, but that wasn't a good one.
I think you're right, though. I think it was cutter, John, because he said he does throw cutters to lefties. Yeah. It shows up as a slider, he said, but it is usually a cutter.
You know, our production crew's overworked, Tom, and it's Labor Day and the whole deal.
Swing and a miss, 99 on the fastball, and Wheeler picks up the strikeout, and the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, and a man left. We go to the second inning. Phillies up 2-0. To Citizens Bank Park. Buy and manage game tickets, redeem offers, access exclusive content, and much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. Two nothing Phillies on top, John.
Add on, Tommy, add on.
Yeah, that seems to have been an issue, or was an issue this weekend against the Marlins, where they weren't able to do that. Fortunately, yesterday they were able to pull out that victory, the bullpen game.
And, you know, look, I know you kind of have to do it with Eflin being out, but that was risky. But if Wheeler pitches up today like he's capable of doing, and the way the bullpen pitched yesterday, worked out well.
0-2 to Gregorius. And, you know, Joe said today, as you look at Craig Counsell in his 7th season as the Brewers manager, Joe said today that he is going with the bullpen game on Friday. Ranger will start on Thursday. He said everything's fine with Ranger as of now. 0-2 pitch. pulled over to second base. Wong backs up on it, throws to first just in time. Time now for our Citizens Stats Leaders, brought to you by Citizens, the official bank of the Phils. Dodgers #1 in ERA at 3.00. Giants #2. They really had a heck of a series this weekend. And the Brewers at 3.42. It includes a starter's ERA, John, of 3.15.
And if the playoffs started today, all 5 of those teams be in the playoffs. I wonder why.
Huh.
Can't figure it out. Maybe some people on social media can help me out try to figure this thing out. Or why you pitch really well and your team's probably going to be in the playoffs. Huh.
That's why, if you think about postseason, the Brewers matchups, their pitching matchups, they're going to be a tough out. Some teams say, we'll be okay. We only have to worry about game 1. Brewers are across the board a dominant pitching staff. Urias throws out Brad Miller. And 2 outs, and it brings Freddie Galvis up. And to me, John, we mentioned the 2017 Nationals, how they had 3 sub-3 ERAs. That's why, to me, the Brewers are the team I would be most concerned about.
Yeah, I could see that, but I don't know if I'd want to go against Buehler, Urias. Kershaw's back. Kershaw.
How about that? If that's the series, let's say that's the National League Championship Series.
Well, the team that would have the advantage is whoever won the division series quickly, so they can set their rotation. If one of them goes 4 or 5 games, you're going to have to pitch. Well, the Brewers have 3 to 4 #1s. Well, so do the Dodgers. Huh. That would be a good series, though.
1 ball, no strikes to Galvis, and he takes strike 1. On the out-of-town scoreboard, Chicago's jumped out to a 3-0 lead over Cincinnati. Ian Happ, a 3-run home run. Reds dropped out of the #2 spot in the wild card. San Diego's back up by a half game. There you see the wild card. Phillies 2.5 out.
Dodgers are only up 13.
Only 13, John.
Oh, it's they could be caught.
It's very tenuous for them. 2-2.
I just think when you look at the Dodgers, the fact that they've been there and done it last year, even though it was a shortened season, but their offense, when you have a guy that's a former MVP and he hits 7th or 8th in your lineup, and Cody Bellinger, it's pretty stacked lineup. And you have an all-star in Chris Taylor who might not play, might not start. If you have Pollock, Bellinger, and Mookie Betts in the outfield, and Turner.
Yeah, the Pollock injury hurts, but they think he'll be back.
Yeah. But, man.
3 balls, 2 strikes to Galvis. Freddie shoots it the other way, foul. The dreaded shadows, John.
Oh, my gosh. I'm sure the pitchers love it, but I would assume that the Brewers hitters and the Phillies hitters would beg them to close the roof. But, why make it easy on them? Now get on base and make him throw some more. Freddie.
8th pitch of the at-bat for Freddie. And he fouls it away. Wheeler waits on deck. Freddie overall 246 with 11 home runs. 2 of those home runs have come with the Phils.
Big one yesterday. Right?
It was a bullet. That one's hit well out to right field. Peterson's going back to the fence. It is gone. Freddie Galvis does have another one. He and Harper have homered on the same day again. And it's now 3-0 Phils.
Phillies haven't lost yet with both Bryce and Fred hitting homers, so that bodes well for the Phillies today in this game. But, you know, look, I think Woodruff came in with 14 homers, giving up 14. 2 already today in 2 innings. And, again, it's a lot of foul balls. He got to see a lot of pitches.
Yes.
It's a fastball he could handle and did what you're supposed to do with it.
Zach Wheeler hits one back toward the middle. That's a base hit. So after Galvis goes 368 with his home run, Zach Wheeler keeps the inning going by bouncing one right up the middle. Love when the homer hat is busy. The bullpen's waiting, though.
Four-seamer to Wheeler. You know, it comes from that Mets program where their pitchers seem to like to hit. You know, see Woodruff falls off just a little bit to the first base side, and that's what allowed that ball to get past him, and no chance for Urias to make a play on it.
So finally, Freddie has acknowledged the bullpen, and they're celebrating. It is kind of funny.
It is.
Yesterday, Bryce had to call the bullpen because he didn't acknowledge them.
Who answered?
I think Hector answered. Or Alvarado, either one.
I could see Hector answering the phone.
Odubel popped out to center his first time. 1 ball, no strikes. How about this start, though? I mean, he gave up 4 home runs in the month of August, and he's given up 2 today.
Every other month, maybe, huh?
Balls pop foul out of play. Our Indeed player resume with Odubel Herrera. He's got great career numbers against the Brewers in Milwaukee, 382. On the infield, Urias is under it, makes the catch. Side is retired. Phillies, though, get another run. Freddie Galvis, his 3rd home run in his last 4 games. Letting it fly. That is a towering shot. We go to the bottom of the 2nd. Phillies 3, Brewers nothing. All September long, the Phillies are celebrating Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and today's courageous kid of the game is 8-year-old Peter Salucci from Malvern. Peter was recently diagnosed with megablastoma, a form of brain cancer. He and his 3 siblings are huge Phillies fans. You can see it on the shirt he's wearing and the smile on his face, and he's excited to be one of the members partaking in the Phillies Childhood Cancer Awareness Night on September 10th. Peter is today's Phillies courageous kid of the game. Way to go, Peter. I'm sure Peter's, like everybody else, is happy about this start for the Phils as we go to the bottom of the 2nd, up 3-0. Freddie Galvis, he said before the ball game today, according to Matt Gelb of The Athletic, and he has told us this too, that the quad, he's still not 100%, but he is good enough to play.
Hey, you don't need a quad when you hit him out of the ballpark. You just slow trot around there.
As we start the 2nd inning, Narvaez pops that one.
That one chased him.
And there's 1 out. That one had some movement, huh?
Wow, wait. I mean, this thing started middle away and ended up almost hitting him in the top hand. You don't get much carry when you hit it there, Tom.
You really don't. You may get a new bat, though.
Yeah, that's your reward for this one. Look at this thing. I mean, that thing just kept chasing him. Maybe he's found it.
Well, he's got a three-run lead, as you mentioned. That'll relax anybody. Here's Luis Urias. He's playing shortstop. Now, they acquired Willy Adames from the Tampa Bay Rays, and across the board, you talk to the folks in Milwaukee, they feel like that helped really turn the tide for them. It was a good pickup. He's on the injured list. He could play through the injury, but they feel like, we're 30 games over 500. Let's get him healthy for the postseason.
Absolutely. He was struggling in Tampa, and then, change of scenery, goes to Milwaukee, and, he was playing really well for him.
The quad was just tightening up too much. Swing at a foul tip, 3 pitches. Got another strikeout, number 2.
It's an interesting approach by Urias there.
What, to try to backleg it?
Now, like leaning backwards in the setup. And look at this. He gets back to kind of where he wants to be, but he's still a little late on that 98, which a good portion of the people who hit will be. Well, they got some big first basemen, don't they?
They sure do. Rowdy Tellez started the year with the Blue Jays organization. He's also been a good pickup for them.
Yeah. Nice, good name, too. Rowdy.
Well, he's hit 7 home runs. He's been kind of rowdy for them. Hitting .261 in 49 games. You think they're having trouble seeing it?
I think they're having trouble with not only the velocity, but with the movement. I mean, that ball had some cut on it, too, at 97. And if he could throw it there, no chance for the lefties. None.
Two and one. Yeah, Tellez and Vogelbach are the 2 first basemen for the Brewers. And both are big dudes. Rowdy is 6'4", 260.
Yeah, they got to go over 500 pounds, don't they?
I would think so, yes. You saw in the open, Vogelbach hit the grand slam to win it yesterday. September 26th, as you can see behind Tellez, is the Bob Uecker talking bobble. You get a chance to hear Uke's call of that grand slam yesterday.
Really? It was a great call.
87 years old.
Yeah, but mentally he's probably in his 20s.
Yeah, I would think you're right about that. But he did an excellent job with the call.
I remember my first
really
time,
good.
That first time at that ballpark, he took me back where they hold all the kegs of beer.
Yeah.
Nice and cool in there. We stayed in there for about 20 minutes just talking. It was a blast.
That's the home run call for the Uke, former Phil. Two. Swing and a miss. Wicked movement. And back-to-back strikeouts for Zach Wheeler. And he sets the Brewers down 1-2-3. We'll go to the third. The Phillies, mailers, tape, and more. Talk to who but W.B. Mason today to save on your next order. We check all the boxes.
Yeah, we do. Checked a few today already in just 2 innings.
Yes, sir. 2 home runs, one by Harper, a 2-run shot, another one by Galvis. Phillies were perfect against the Brewers in Philadelphia, and it's part of the reason why they're 14-10 against the Central. Good numbers against the East also. As Segura leads it off, and he lines one to left center field, a base hit. Bradley gets the throw in. Segura puts the brakes on. And John, the home run by Harper was awesome, but you can't underscore the hustle by Segura.
Yeah, you make Woodruff first time of the, of course, at first time of the game, he has to pitch from the stretch. And Gene, again, not waiting around for the breaking ball. Get a fastball, I'm going to take a whack at it. And he thought about going to second, but Jackie Bradley's an elite defender in center field with a great arm and accurate arm. But, I know there's no outs, but you wonder how Woodruff is going to go after Bryce now, because he did strike out JT after the home run. He struck out Andrew after the home run. So you wonder if he's going to see, can Bryce get himself out?
Harper hits one out toward right on the line. Maybe he got the end of the bat on it. A little top spin. His home run, he had a lot of backspin. One away.
Tell you what, though, he's laid two pretty good swings on him. Never happy. Never satisfied.
I do believe he felt like he missed that one.
Yep.
JT struck out his first time up, as John mentioned.
He's wearing the Crew headband. Got to keep that baby rolling. Not Crew rolling, but.
Got it.
Thank you.
I think that's the one he was wearing yesterday, so little luck.
I wouldn't even wash it.
He had the Ohio State one on the other day, the day of the Ohio State game. JT wanted time. The umpire granted it quietly. Well, you could hear it, but he didn't really signal like a lot of umpires do.
Yeah, wave the arms and run.
As if the world is about to end.
Well, now with a couple righties up, Bryce out of the way, you might see Segura try to take a base here. 75 runners have attempted to steal.
65.
65. Well, let's make it 75 today.
JT lines it to left and foul.
You might have to go get a new weapon. Yep.
Shaking his head as he goes back. Well, maybe not.
Sounded like it, though, didn't it?
Line drive to left. That'll be in for a hit. And Segura goes to second. He's thinking about third. There he goes. The throw off the glove of Escobar. And the Phillies have first and third. Actually, Real Muto went to second base on that throw. That's excellent base running.
Well, you can make a big turn and wait and see what Yelich was going to do. If he throws into second, you just retreat to first. Once he saw that ball going to third, you just take off. Well, a hanging breaking ball right there. JT just stays on it. And with Yelich momentum going towards center, he has to make a turn. Couldn't get a lot on the throw. Short hopped Escobar. Segura read it good off the bat. That's the key. When you're playing against good pitchers, that's the key. You got to take extra bases when they allow it and be aggressive. And now you got a chance to add on.
Yeah, with two in scoring position, McCutchen is up. And he takes a fastball for a strike, 0-1. It's kind of what we talked about in the pregame today with Ricky and Michael about being aggressive on the base paths.
You gotta be against, when you're facing a good pitcher, you got to take every chance you can get. Now, the infield's in. Anything sharply hit, not right at an infielder, could score two, because with them in front of you, JT can get a bigger secondary lead.
Yeah, he does have a good lead off second. Same spot.
I would think probably going to Segura probably going to be going on contact. You would think. Never liked it myself, but this is where JT has to know, look, on a grounder he's going, so you got to come with him.
Woodruff, they wanted that pitch up, and it was out more than up. So Segura's at first base. He singled. Real Muto's at second. He singled and went to second on the throw. The count 0-2.
Must be getting easier to see. Either that or we're just really good. Let's go with we're really good.
Yeah,
today.
Let's go with really good. Because they definitely don't seem to be bothered by any of the sunlight, shadows, or combination of both. Swing and a miss. Got him with the hook. 3 strikeouts for Woodruff. Honor and remember our heroes as we recognize the 20th anniversary of 9/11 during Salute to Service Night presented by Toyota. It's Saturday, September 11th versus the Rockies at 6:05. Fans who purchase a theme night ticket for this special event will receive a Phillies Salute to Service jersey. Purchase tickets now by going to Phillies.com/theme nights. Didi bounced out to second in his first at bat.
He ain't going to catch up to that one.
No.
Best way to hit that pitch is not swing at it. At least that was the bits of wisdom I offered to my softball girls.
And did they listen?
Absolutely not. But coach, it looks so good. I said, how does it look when they're throwing it back to the pitcher and you're walking back to the dugout, though? Oh, yeah, that's not fun. Nope. Hey.
On the out-of-town scoreboard, the Mets lead the Nationals 3-2. Pete Alonso, a solo home run, is 30th. What a 2.
Do what he did against the Marlins. Just that fastball away, just slap it into left field. Score 2. Well, one thing, we're making him work. Every inning's been a stressful inning for him.
Lays off the 96-mile-an-hour fastball.
Now try to trick him with a breaking ball and hang it.
Fly ball left field and right at Yelich, so Woodruff's going to get out of this. Phillies strand 2 in scoring position. No runs, 2 hits, 2 men left. Middle of the third, Phillies 3, Brewers nothing. This ball is brought to you by WB Mason. Talk to WB Mason about our selection of PPE, office furniture, and everything else you need to open and keep your office running safely. Who but WB Mason? And by your local Ford store. Visit buyfordnow.com today. Phillies lead at 3-zip as we go to the bottom of the third. And Jackie Bradley Jr. is going to lead it off for the Brewers. Bradley hitting .171, 6 home runs, 29 runs batted in.
My golfing partner, Jackie Bradley. What a genuinely nice young man.
Excellent defender and just hasn't gotten it going offensively this year. 1 for 11 in the series back in Philadelphia.
I mean, I love him to death, but deep down I'm the Phillies. So, you know, we can have that conversation about hopefully he doesn't do much against the Phillies.
Right.
This series.
Fouled off. It's 2-1. It'll be Bradley, then the pitcher, Brandon Woodruff. The top of the order for the Brewers, who are 11 games up in the National League Central. Three and two.
You know, you got a big lead like that. Like, we know the sense of urgency from the Phillies side. And not that I'm saying that the Brewers are, you know, down 3-0 and, you know, that's it. But, you know, they're going to keep competing. But you got to, if you're the Phillies, you got to not let them think they can get back in this game.
Right. 1-3 on the put out for the first out. Here are the NL Central standings. So 11 games up, John. It's the first time they've ever been this far ahead in a race for the division. Guys like Lorenzo Cain have played with the Brewers before. Never had this kind of success. The Royals, he might have had that success. See the record by month.
Yeah, they really stunk in May. 2 games under. I'm surprised he's not hitting better. He's got a nice swing.
He does. 4 for 46.
That ain't too good.
0-2. He has 1 career home run.
Wasn't that off Kershaw?
I believe so.
It's a good one to get. Well, you're only home run in the big leagues.
He's behind 0-2.
And this is an at bat right here where if you're Zach, you just want to finish him off now. Don't have a couple foul balls and a long at bat. There you go.
Yeah. And John, the home run against Kershaw was the postseason home run. So 1 regular season home run, 1 postseason home run, and 4 strikeouts for Wheeler.
Who's his regular season home run off of?
We'll tell you that in 1 second. Be great if it was against Kershaw too.
He owns him then. Yeah, when we were talking about the Dodgers rotation, we left out Scherzer. It's still hard for me to grasp. Really? Buehler, Arias, Scherzer.
1.92. I think it's 1.9. He's 4-0. 1.92 ERA, I believe. Nick Kingham is who he hit his home run in the regular season against.
It's not quite Clayton Kershaw, is it?
Nope. Bucko great.
Oh. JT caught the ball, threw it back, and Colton Long was leaning forward, and I think he hit the umpire with his hand while he was coming back to throw it back to Wheeler.
Long lines it into right, a base hit. Just the second hit for Milwaukee. No TV, no problem. Stream all of our games, including pre- and post-game live with the My Teams app, presented by your Delaware Valley Chevy dealers. Jace Peterson popped up his first time, popped out to short. That one goes the opposite way. McCutchen will watch it go back into the crowd. Back toward the middle, a base hit to center field. So a couple of two-out hits, and it brings Yelich up.
Hanging breaking ball by Wheeler. Jace Peterson, look at this thing. I mean, that's a hanger. Right out over the plate. Nice level swing by Peterson, and now it sets up Yelich, who singled his first at bat with runners on first and second.
Yelich is 6 for 19 lifetime against Wheeler. Just the 53rd game for Yelich this year. And he lays off a high fastball.
Pretty good numbers with runners in scoring position, huh?
Yeah, 53rd game in left field for him. One ball, no strikes. And 1-1.
Thank goodness that pitch was up a little bit.
Yep.
That's a pretty good pass right there by Yelich.
One guy that's not playing today is Avisail Garcia, who has 24 home runs. He's played in 120 games. With the righty on the mound, I guess they decided to give him today off. The 1-1 pitch coming to Yelich with runners on first and second. And he lines it foul, 1-2.
At 98, middle in. Yelich shanks it over the Phillies dugout over there on the third base side. I wonder if he can get that fastball up and in, upper corner of that strike zone, see if he can get a swing through. Tried it. JT wanted it there. Just
yep.
Zach didn't get it there.
JT thinking, waiting for Yelich to get into the box. Now he's ready to go. Neither runner being held on. Peterson off first, Wong off second. Low, 2-2.
That's a good take right there by Yelich after seeing all those fastballs. Then you get a breaking ball down and in. Can lay off of it.
20 pitches this inning for Zach. Got the first two batters pretty quickly. He and JT not on the same page.
Well, this is the first time that I've seen JT going through, you know, the mask to the chest protector and then to the shoulder and then giving signs. Well, that one was pretty easy.
3-2. So the runners will be off. It's full to Yelich. Escobar on deck.
Joe's not chewing on his cuticles, is he? Is that why he got the Band-Aid?
Well, he's usually chewing on some gum, too. He's not doing that either.
Four corners. Full stall. Hey, have you seen JT? Has he been doing that lately?
No. Nope. They must think that Wong's picking something up. Runners go. And Yelich fouls it.
Yeah, he's running that thing in on the hands of Yelich. Wasn't that similar to the pitch that he broke his something, right? A couple years ago, didn't he break his foot or shin or something?
I don't remember that. I know he was hurt.
I think it was a foul ball off his leg. Might have been in the playoffs.
Runners will start again. The count 3-2. A bouncer right side. Miller fields it and tags Yelich out. And that will wrap up the bottom of the third. 3 unassisted. A lot of pitches for Zach, but he gets through it. That was an 8-pitch at bat to Yelich. We'll go to the fourth. RAV4 Toyota today. Toyota, let's go Phils. John, your memory was great. The pain was even greater for Christian Yelich. It was September 2019 where he fouled the ball off his kneecap and had a little crackage to that kneecap.
Yeah, and he missed the playoffs, I think.
Yep.
That year.
That was painful. I just remember him going down in a heap. Brad Miller's going to lead it off in the fourth. Yelich retired. 3 unassisted by Miller to finish up the home third. Miller 4 for 11 on the road trip. Two and 0. Brad taking a look over at third to see where Escobar is. That ball's hit well out toward right field. Peterson's going back, no doubt about it. Second deck home run for Brad Miller. He crushed it, his 16th of the year. It's the second solo home run of the day for the Phils, their third homer overall, and it's now 4-0.
We might get to those 14 home runs.
Wow.
Double up.
What a beautiful swing from Brad Miller.
And the one thing you know about Brad Miller, he can hit a fastball. And his home runs aren't cheapies. I mean, that thing is just smoked out there into the second deck. I mean, not in the first row of the second deck either. Come on now, acknowledge, acknowledge, acknowledge. There they go.
The Homerat's getting some work. The 16 home runs, the most since Brad has since he hit 30 back in 2016. And that year, he played in 152 games and had 601 at bats. He's got half those at bats this year. Freddie homered his last time. 0-2. This is what Freddie did in the second.
Yeah, after some foul balls and deep pitch count for Woodruff, Freddie just says, you know what, I'll take care of this and give us a 3-run lead. No problem.
By the way, Miller's went an estimated .434. It's the first time in Woodruff's career that he's allowed 3 home runs in a game. As he picks up his 4th strikeout. The guy just doesn't give up home runs because the ball sinks every which way.
Yeah, but it's not really sinking today.
No.
And like you said, he in Philly, elevated fastballs with 2 strikes to get guys to swing through. He's not getting that thing elevated enough. And again, it's still 96-98. You still got to try and hit it. And the Phillies so far have hit it. Oh wow. You think Zach's like secretly saying, you better give me that one?
I don't know if he's secretly saying it. I think he's loudly saying it.
If he called that one, Zach should just walk back to the dugout and say, I give.
I think Bryce is getting on the home plate umpire. One and two. Shoots it the other way off the end of the bat, and Zach is 2 for 2.
Where's the everybody hits woohoo guy?
He's probably somewhere in his house doing it.
Yeah, he should be.
Herrera's 0 for 2, and he's up now with a runner at first.
I mean, that's 4 or 5 inches off the plate. Well, he's what, 6'5"? So
yeah.
He'd probably reach it. A little short, stubby guy like me would have swung through that bad boy.
And went twirling around.
Spin around and head right back to the dugout.
Phillies now with 4 runs. They already have 8 hits against Brandon Woodruff.
Yeah, his whip's going up.
8 hits. He allowed 8 against the Cardinals back on the 19th of August. And then again against the Braves on the 31st of July. But these aren't cheapies. Even the Bryce Harper line drive, that had a higher exit velocity than his home run did. Oh-2, lofted to center. Bradley goes back casually, makes the catch. Wheeler goes back to first. Yeah, there are 2 outs. Make plans to spend time at Citizens Bank Park this month with the Phillies Ballpark Pass. Enjoy 12 regular season September home games for $60. Fans will receive seat locations in sections 412 to 428. The offer ends September 7th. Visit Phillies.com/ballpark pass for more info. And now Segura, who's 2 for 2. It's that sharply back toward the middle, and the inning is over. However, the Phillies get another run. They're using the long ball today. Brad Miller, number 16 for him. 434 feet from home plate. Woodruff knew it as soon as it left the bat. I think everybody else did too. We go to the bottom of the fourth. 4-zip Phils. Visit Toyota.com to find your 2021 RAV4 Toyota today. Toyota, let's go Phils. Well, the Phillies have hit 3 home runs today. Brad Miller has hit the latest one. And he now has 16 on the year. Zach Wheeler just went out to the mound after running the bases, after picking up a couple of his hits. Freddie Galvis is homer today. Talking with Jason Lane in the third base coach's box. And all the scoring got started for the Phillies with Bryce Harper after talking this weekend how much he needs to be better. He got off. He started off today with a 2-run home run in the first.
Yeah, surprisingly, I don't know what happened in the third inning. No one hit a homer. But that means we'll hit one next inning and then miss the 6th inning. And, you know, you get the...
Yeah, we get the rhythm.
You get it.
Escobar struck out his first time.
I don't think he liked that pitch.
Fly ball, or pop-up in this case. And Segura takes care of it for the first out. Narvaez popped out to Brad Miller in his initial at-bat.
Wouldn't mind seeing that again. That was the one that cutter that Zach just threw that thing in. Narvaez just, that had to hurt. I mean, that had to hurt.
Inside it low. And right down the chute, 1-1.
You know, we talked about the first inning with Zach throwing his fastball in and showing the Brewers hitters in. And, you know, that's the best way. When you throw high velocity and you know you're going to, yeah, we didn't need that. But when you set it up that you're going to pitch in and you're going to throw that fastball in, and if you miss, it's going to miss in, then it's going to open up things later in the game for him. You see that cutter, slider, whatever that thing is, it didn't do a whole lot. Very little break. Navarez had a chance to get to it.
And just past G.
Yeah. How about his second base play this year?
Yeah, he was very frustrated, John, this weekend because of the way he played second base. But overall, he has been very good.
Now watch Urias' stance here. I just...
Foul tip.
Now he's saying it hit him.
It hit him, but he swung.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he definitely swung.
Swung. And at that point, it doesn't matter if it hits him. Like, does that look comfortable?
It does not look at all comfortable. I don't even know if I'd be able to get back. Miller over toward the netting.
Bamboo and the netting don't work well together, Tom.
You know, it tangles. Yeah, it tangles. Bamboo and netting tangle.
It'll get snagged in there. Take a look down and try to see where he was, and
he was closer to the nachos than he was to the baseball.
Sometimes that's not a bad move. Priorities. You know, I think you're at this point you're doing Urias a favor if you're throwing something off speed. Hello.
I think it might be more of a taco salad, John, than nachos.
Yeah.
Same family, though.
But I mean, you know, I guess they're probably from the Milwaukee area. But I'd go brats early and often. Kind of like the Phillies home runs this game.
Fouled down the right field line, out of play.
I think I'd go back in on him.
Fly ball, right field, right at Harper. Now he comes in. 2 outs, Rowdy Tellez coming up. Follow the Phillies in their postseason chase all September with our insiders Jim Salisbury and Corey Seidman. Find them only on NBCSportsPhiladelphia.com. Tellez struck out his first time up. Outside, 1-0. His former team is leading the Yankees 4-0 in the top of the 9th inning in their ball game, and would move to within 3.5 of the Yankees in the wild card. Yankees are a streaky team.
Yes, they are. What, they win 12 in a row, 11 or 12 in a row, and then they lost 2 or 3 in a row?
Yeah, they've just been back and forth.
Who does that remind you of?
Yeah, we showed the Phillies winning streak and losing streaks yesterday as a graphic, and you could basically put it right even with the Braves. Almost the same thing. Phillies' longest winning streak's 8. Braves is 9. They both have multiple 4-game losing streaks.
Survival of the fittest in the National League East.
Swing and a miss at a high fastball, 1-2.
I think I'd go up there just a tad higher. Looks like old Rowdy's kind of hitterish with that high fastball. Rowdy Tellez. and Tuki Toussaint.
There are some pretty good names. On the outside corner, got it with a hook. 5th strikeout of the day for Zach Wheeler. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left. Phillies up 4 as we go to the 5th. Becoming a Phillies ball girl for the 2022 season? Well, now's your chance. The Phillies ball girls are looking for athletic, energetic, and community-driven women to serve as role models for our fans. Applications are due by December 1st, with tryouts being held in early 2022. Go to Phillies.com/ballgirls for more information. Bryce Harper takes outside as we begin the top of the 5th inning.
We haven't homered yet this inning?
Have not, John.
What the heck's going on?
1-1.
Well, I'm going to say the same thing I said before. He keeps that fastball up, Bryce won't touch it. Because then the next pitch was center cut, and he touched it pretty good.
Inside, 2-1. Three and 1.
I think this is going to be, if it's something off speed, but if he throws a fastball, he might throw it up out of the zone and see if he can get Bryce to chase it. Don't make a mistake. Oh, perfect.
Right of the outside corner. That is a pitcher's pitch. I don't really think there's much Bryce could have done with that.
Nope. Best bet with that pitch is just try to hit it foul somewhere.
Swinging a ground ball over to first. 3 unassisted for the first out here in the 5th. JT coming up. He's 1 for 2.
You wonder if this is the last inning for Woodruff. Down 4, hit second next inning. I would assume.
And they have such a good bullpen. JT lines it, and it's caught over at third by Escobar, who was hugging the line. Fair ball, too, according to the third base umpire, Jim Wolf. Our GMC precision play. I guess he wasn't as far over toward the line as he finished.
No, he just, just a really good first step. A good crossover by Escobar to get to that. Sometimes a guy with the left foot will take a step toward his left and then try to push off. He didn't. He just pushed off, and I had a bad habit of doing that at first. Take a step with my right foot on balls down the line.
Tangled.
Well, wasn't too gifted, no.
1-1.
Yeah, but just that split second of that little jab step that could keep you from getting to a ball down the line.
Kutch fouls it over the first base dugout. Woodruff, a former 11th round pick by the Brewers, picked in the 5th round by the Rangers at a high school. Didn't sign, went to Mississippi State. As a youngster, he was coached by Oil Can Boyd. Probably gave him a little wisdom.
I would imagine.
Now, he was only 11, 12, and 13 when Oil Can Boyd coached him. Swing and a miss. Got him with a breaking ball. McCutchen down on strikes. The Phillies are retired in order. We'll move to the bottom of the 5th inning. Phillies up 4-0. Jackie Bradley Jr. to lead it off when we get back. Robin Roberts gave up 6 runs in the first 8 innings, but went the distance as the Phillies rallied for a 7-6 win over Boston. Wait for it. In 17 innings, the first game of a Saturday doubleheader. Robin's line was 17 innings, 18 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. He faced 71 hitters that day. Oh, man. The most innings ever thrown by a pitcher was back in 1920. It was 26 by Leon Cador.
Yeah, I remember him. Worked efficiently. Averaged 250 pitches a game.
Can you imagine if anybody ever
manager, pitching coach, heck, they probably even the hitting coach and the bench coach fire them all before the game was over.
Slow roller up the first base line.
Well, no one's warming up in the Brewers bullpen, so I'm assuming Woodruff is going to stay in this game. I guess you could do that when you have a 11-game lead, huh?
Mm-hmm. Virgil Jester for the Boston Braves went 7 1/3 that day to start the game.
What? What, a pitch and relief? Was it a bullpen game?
Well, Bob Chipman out of the bullpen went 6 innings for the Boston Braves. Just a bit outside. Sadly, the box score that I have popped up does not have number of pitches thrown for Robin.
They didn't keep track of that back then?
They probably didn't care.
How'd you like to be a manager? Probably all lazy. They never had to go to the mound.
Phillies won it with a run in the bottom of the 17th. Bradley over to first. Foul again. Getting closer.
I played a summer league game where both pitchers went 17 innings.
College summer league or?
No, I wasn't allowed to play because I was still in high school, but it was a men's league.
Okay.
17 innings. Both pitchers, complete games. We lost 1-0.
So the pitch count wasn't as lofty as Robin's was that day.
I don't know. They threw a bunch, but I know our pitcher after the game is a friend of mine. He worked with my dad in the bottle factory, and I went over after the game to shake his hand. He goes, "Love to, can't."
Yeah.
Couldn't lift his arm.
That'd be problematic working in a bottle factory.
Oh, he said his back knotted up on him on the drive home.
2-2 pitch to Bradley. Broke his bat. Out to right. Caught by Harper. And 1 away. Here comes Woodruff.
See the difference in the two teams just by looking at both bullpens. Must win for the Phillies, and got 5 guys down there doing, I don't know what it is, but they're doing a lot of exercising, stretching, and weighted ball thing. And the Brewers,
Yeah, there's nothing. There's the ball bag. That's about it.
It's a nice looking bag.
1-0 pitch to Woodruff. Swung and foul tipped. 1-1.
Surprised they don't make Woodruff wear like that thing like Bryce wears on his hand, the pad.
Mm-hmm.
It's his pitching hand, that lead arm hand.
Yeah, he's got the elbow guard, but not the extra padding.
Yeah, there's all kind of calisthenics going on down there in the Phillies bullpen.
Two and two.
There you go. There you go. That.
Oh, there's some feet. Cam Bedrosian's feet.
Hey, you'd see his feet. You'd see his feet down there in the bullpen. His dad, but it wasn't because he was doing exercise. He might have just tripped.
2-2 pitch coming. Swing and a miss. He got him with a slider.
Well, hopefully that's just a lot of guys down there warming up because they probably think, well, we're not getting in this game because Wheeler's dominating.
Yeah, just staying loose. 6 strikeouts for Zach. Bring the family and join the Phils for a day of fun in baseball on the Giant Family Day. Sunday, September 12th versus the Rockies at 105. Fans 15 and older will receive a free Phillies picnic blanket courtesy of Giant. Visit Phillies.com to purchase your tickets today. Phillies bullpen was excellent yesterday, and they needed to be. In fact, they pitched the whole game. Coonrod started one inning and a third. Bailey Falter went 2 1/3. Both allowed single runs. Down and away, 1-1. Yesterday, 8 2/3, not counting Sam Coonrod. 1 hit and 10 strikeouts. First time in Phillies history relievers combined for at least 8 2/3 or more. 1 or fewer hits. 3-1.
Karaoke, a little karaoke down there from Matt Moore. Big fan.
Well, they really are staying loose.
6-pack and a microphone, I'm a big fan, but not that. Oh, heads up. Yingling Lager, of course.
Yes. Zach's got the pitch he wants, and the 3-2. Breaking ball swung on and missed. 7 strikeouts for Wheeler. And a 1-2-3 fifth inning. We'll go to the 6th. The Phillies up 4-0 over the Brewers. Continue to lead the Phils offense through the successful and rough stretches as a team. As Bryce finishes August and charges into September, his average for the month has hovered above 300. And his WAR is at the top of the National League ledger. Consistently, his power and production has had his OPS at plus 1,200 for most of the month. And he's battling for the top OPS slot in the majors for the season. That's why Harper's the Philly of the Week. And it's brought to you by Independence Blue Cross. Well, Harper's had an impact on today's game. He's got a 2-run home run that came back in the first inning as the Phillies lead it 4-0. They've hit 3 home runs today.
They ain't done yet. They are not done yet.
I think that's music to everybody's ears, John, if they keep adding on. Gregorius is 0 for 2. He's grounded out and he's flied out. Woodruff begins the 6th. He's scattered 8 hits so far. And it's 0-2. Outside, 1-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Didi hits it the other way, but Escobar, the third baseman, is playing near shortstop, makes the catch, or makes the play, 1 out. And Brad Miller is coming up. American Family Field is located about, I'd say, about 100 yards from where County Stadium used to be in Milwaukee. County Stadium was a huge facility, but if you sat in the lower level, it was a pretty good seat.
Yeah, I didn't mind that ballpark. I don't think I did well.
Miller pulls that one, caught by Wong in shallow right field. And 2 outs.
I think that was the only game I played the field when I was with the White Sox.
Oh, was that right?
Yeah, and Darryl Hamilton was a leadoff hitter. It's another rocket by Brad Miller that goes Wong with a heck of a play with his range. He can play some second base now. One of the better ones out there. But Darryl Hamilton was a first hitter, and he hit a ball, and I wasn't used to the speed.
Mm-hmm.
And it hit me in my left index finger. Never touched leather.
Really? That was 95?
Yeah. I mean, didn't draw leather. 1 hopper. And I thought, well, this is going to end well for whoever's pitching for us.
That was a 17-13 game, John. Is that the game you're talking about?
Could have been. Pitcher's duel.
Not you DH that one. Must have been a different one.
Yeah, it had to be.
On the outside corner. There we go. I got it. Well, the White Sox were swept in all 3.
That wasn't a shock.
Yep, you played first base. Game 1 of a doubleheader. You were hitting a cool 326 at that point.
Fielding percentage was 0.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Galvis, who homered his first time up. Swing at a foul tip. And Woodruff is now set down 8 straight. Middle of the 6th. 2, 3, and 4 for the Brewers when we come back. Philadelphia area local Chevy dealers. Visit ChevyDealer.com. By the Pennsylvania Lottery, Pennsylvanians are scratching their way to fun thanks to Pennsylvania Lottery Scratch-Offs. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. And by your local Delaware Valley Honda dealers. Hurry to your local Del Val Honda dealer. Visit DelValHondaDealers.com. Phillies are up 4-0 as we move to the bottom of the 6th inning. Time now for our Toyota Camry turning point. And it's been Zach Wheeler today. He's been good.
He has been outstanding, Tom, and he established that fastball in early, and then he's been getting swing throughs up. But that breaking ball right there to my man Rowdy, no chance. Not a lot of hard contact for the Brewers team, which is a pretty good offensive team. But Zach Wheeler has been our Toyota turning point of the game, and let's hope that continues.
Yeah, so combined now, John, 14 innings against the Brewers, 15 strikeouts. A little different today is that I think he had more ground ball outs last time against the Brewers.
Yeah, only 2 today. One a little tapper back to him, and then Yelich hit a little rollover grounder to Brad Miller that he got there's only 2 ground balls.
Peterson leads it off. It hits it down the left field line and slicing out of play.
But, you know, there's a reason why he hasn't gotten a lot of ground balls. Is because he and JT have been trying to work up in the zone against these Brewers hitters. Hard to hit that ball on the ground.
Good spot on the inside part of the plate. Outside.
Now come back in there.
Back toward the middle and fielded by Wheeler. Little underhand toss. 3 ground ball outs. The Eagles' regular season opener is this Sunday. Kickoff game day at 11:30 with the premiere of Birds Huddle. Then pre- and post-game live bookends the Eagles and Falcons. Complete Eagles Week 1 coverage is right here on NBC Sports Philadelphia. Well, one away.
Quick one.
Swing at a foul tip, 1-1. That one's bounced foul, and it's 1-2.
I know Yellett's got to hit his first at bat, but Wheeler's been really good, especially when he came up with runners on first and second. Chance to do some damage, and he got that rollover grounder on a 3-2 count to Miller. But he's pitched Yelich pretty tough. I like to see his something up and in. Top part of the strike zone in. Nope, wasn't in.
Fly ball to left field. It's going to drop as McCutchen makes the play on one hop. A 1-out single.
I don't think Christian Yelich is attuned to the dugout. They want him to do whatever they do.
And he's not buying it?
No, twice today he hasn't. But there's that fastball. But you see it started in, but it ran out over the center of the plate and gave Yelich a chance. If that ball stays in on him, might get a swing through.
Well, here is, with the runner at first, here is Escobar, a dangerous hitter. And he pulls that one foul down the right field line. He is dangerous.
Oh, boy, yeah. Probably got the second tightest pair of pants in the league, right? Behind Robbie Ray.
Yeah, they are kind of snug.
Hey, whatever works, right? That's tapered.
Yeah, those are a little snug. 97.
Hey, Robbie Ray's doing something for charity, like the tight pants something. I know Dan Schulman sent something out on social media. T-shirts, or selling T-shirts, tight pants or something.
Designed shirts emblazoned with his tight pants, Robbie Ray did.
I have a lot of free time, don't I?
Yeah, you do. Swing and a miss. Escobar goes after one up in the zone. 8 strikeouts for Wheeler. 2 gone here in the 6th inning.
Yeah, but this pitch right here just epitomizes his game today. And this is why he's only gotten the 2 ground ball outs. He's elevating the fastball against these Brewers, and they can't catch up to it. I mean, that is just absolutely perfect. It looks like a strike the whole way. It's just a little up and out of the zone. But if you're Escobar, you can't take that chance at 97. That decision has to be made pretty quick.
All right, so now Narvaez the batter with the runner at first. 97.
No chance.
You're right, though. It is a noticeable game plan against the Brewers. And you can have a game plan, but if you don't execute it, you're in trouble. He's executing it.
Yes, he is.
Again, 0-2.
I don't think there's anything Narvaez can do about it. If he throws another one there, it's the same result. I mean, those are just 2 absolutely perfect pitches that really lefties struggle on.
No balls, 2 strikes. Wheeler's set to go. Runner at first, and the pitch. Fastball outside and high.
Now go back up in there.
Wheeler's due to lead off the 7th inning, so this could be it for him. One, 2. Swing and a miss. He got him. 97-mile-an-hour four-seam fastball. 9 strikeouts for Wheeler today. He has 996 for his career. Just used the fastball and used it well. No runs, a hit, 1 man left. We'll go to the 7th. They're using the long ball today and Zach Wheeler, but the long ball has been their biggest asset offensively. 2-run shot by Harper, solo shots by Galvis and Miller. And Wheeler went 6 innings, allowed 5 hits and 9 strikeouts. Milwaukee has not had a runner past second base today.
Oh, Zach has been just unbelievable. Bryce got it started. 2-run homer. And Freddie follows up with a homer in the next inning. And, he just relaxed, and you could tell how free and easy he was. I mean,
yes.
That ball was jumping out of his hand.
Well, here is Torreyes to pinch hit.
Would you let Wheeler hit here? He's got 2 hits.
He does have 2, yeah. Save your bench.
Yeah.
1 ball, 1 strike. Torreyes fouls it. It's 1-2. All right, so this bullpen is going to be in charge of at least a 4-run lead. And this is a Brewers team. They've been kind of cardiac kids this year. 34 comeback wins. 19-12 in 1-run games.
Well, you don't have as many wins as they do at this point in the season without having the ability to come back late in games. And plus, their bullpen has just been fantastic. So, the bullpen gives them a chance to come back.
Mm-hmm. The Phillies hope that guy can continue his dominance. Hector's been really good. Pitch up, and it's 3-2. pulled on the ground past Escobar and into left field. And Torreyes is aboard a pinch hit single. Well, that number 9 spot has been rather lucky offensively.
Been perfect. The only thing they haven't done is scored a run, but that's going to change.
Time now for our T-Mobile coverage can. Well, John, when in Milwaukee, the sausage race is always a favorite. Chorizo looked like he's going down.
Yeah, he's not looking good.
No. Polish, though, had a big lead. It did get a little tight at the ends.
Is that the Polish sausage?
Yeah. Way to go, John.
Yeah. Polish descent, so Polish sausage is my favorite of all the sausages. Although brats are pretty darn good.
I was going to say, if one was presented, you probably wouldn't decline it.
I would not say no. Maybe the only one would be the chorizo because it's spicy, and I can't do spicy stuff anymore.
Really?
No.
Pitch high.
Yeah, now Adubal's got himself in a good hit count. He was chasing that pitch his first couple at bats. Now you got to make sure it's a strike, and if it is, put a good swing on it. If it's not, don't give him a strike. Gave him a strike.
Yeah, he did. A changeup.
You know, I've had people ask me, they say, well, how can, you know, it's 2-0, how can you not see that was a changeup? Well, because the hitters don't have those, you know, as soon as it hits a catcher's glove, 85.
Yeah, they got to gauge it as soon as it leaves his hand.
Absolutely. Now he can go any way he wants. 2-0, 2 changeups, 2 swings. Now he can go fastball up. He can, or go back to the changeup. Guess where he's going.
Runner at first. And try to change up again.
No idea how he caught that ball.
He was indecisive on how he wanted to try to catch that ball.
Yeah, I mean, if that hits his glove and he doesn't snare it, that thing might go in the Phillies dugout.
Mm-hmm.
And then we watch Roto just run. Don't stop. Three-two changeup. Now make sure it's a strike.
Outside, ball 4. Woodruff not pleased with himself.
No, because now Bryce, well, he's changing pitchers, but Bryce is, you know, this gives Bryce a chance to hit this inning.
Yeah, so Craig Counsell's heading out. Suter was warming up, so he'll bring him in here in the 7th inning. So Woodruff is done. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by Nextiva. When you need business communications for the office, the home office, and everywhere in between, choose Nextiva. Your chance to register your classroom for the Fanatic About Reading program presented by Xfinity. The free incentive-based program encourages students in grades pre-K through 8 to read for a minimum of 15 minutes per day to improve their literacy skills. Top-performing classrooms will have the chance to receive a special experience with the Fanatic. Visit Phillies.com/reading to register today. Brent Suter takes over, and he fires the first pitch out of the zone to Segura. And it's 1 ball, no strikes.
Big hit here by Gene and break this thing, whoa, wide open. Not sure I'd be interested to see what Craig Counsell does if he did bunt and get it down and they threw him out at first. Would they pitch to Bryce or?
I don't know. That would be a tough one.
Or you go to JT, who's hit 2 balls pretty hard this game.
Up and away, and it's 2-1. Bryce on deck, JT to follow.
Don't complain. We don't swing at bad pitches.
Woodruff is kind of pacing in the dugout.
Yeah, he's in 4 earned runs, and he's in line for possibly 2 more.
And ball 4, that's going to load the bases up. Back-to-back walks, one by Woodruff, one by Suter. And it does bring Bryce Harper up.
Can't pitch around him now. You wouldn't think.
No. No, it's not Barry Bonds.
No, Buck Showalter did, though. You wonder how many managers thought about that. About walking Barry
Bonds
with the bases loaded if you had a 2-run lead in the 9th. You know they all thought about it. And only one had the intestinal fortitude to actually do it, and it worked. I digress. Let's go, Bryce.
Torreyes over third. Odubel at second. Segura at first. Oh, 0-1. Down low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Infield in. One hanging breaking ball away from.
He is not happy about that.
Stay in the game.
Joe's like getting close. Should I go? Should I go?
That's a perfect pitch.
Yeah.
Tell you what, give the home plate umpire a lot of credit, though. He let him voice his opinion.
2-2. Pitch runs up. Suter's dad was a safety at Penn State, part of the 1982 national championship team. And his mom was a swimmer at Penn State.
Wow.
He went to Moeller High School.
How did he become a pitcher?
I don't know. Left-handed?
I guess.
2-2. 3-2. On the out-of-town scoreboard, Cincinnati is tied up Chicago. It's a 3-3 game. That game's in the top of the 7th inning. Here, Phillies lead at 4-0. They're threatening for some more. With the bases loaded, the 3-2. And a called strike 3. Harper struck out. And one away here in the 7th.
Tell you what, he pitched him tough. That ball just came back. Bryce knew it. He's not a happy man. This is how teams have to do. They have to pick each other up. You know, Your hottest player, your best player strikes out with the bases loaded. Now JT's got to pick him up.
JT fights it off.
I don't think he picked that one up well.
0-1. Bouncer, shortstop. That could be 2. There's 1 and 2. That is some heavy lifting by Suter to get the 6-4-3 double play as the Phillies, well, he's fired up. The Phillies unable to capitalize and get more after loading the bases with nobody out. No runs, 1 hit. Woodruff is happy about it. His relief pitcher helped him out.
Hello, Phillies fans. Michael Barkan, Ricky Batalico in our NBC Sports Philadelphia studio. We'll have post-game live immediately following this game between the Phillies and Brewers. 6-0 combined score going back to May the 6th, Ricky Bo. Pretty good. What do you think of Zach Wheeler being pulled after 6 innings, 99 pitches, and knowing that Joe Girardi has told reporters he would try to limit his September starts to under 100?
Joe's just simply sticking to his guns. I mean, when you look back at Wheeler's last 4 starts, there are at least 2 of them where after the 6th inning, he didn't look very good. Came out in the games, left the ball up in the zone, fastball flattened out a little bit. You're relying a lot on your bullpen. That's the scary part of this whole situation. I think you look at that last half inning, the Phillies, man, they left some ducks on the pond there. Hopefully that doesn't come back and haunt them in this game. But, I mean, when you look at this game as a whole, things went exactly according to plan, right? You still got 6 innings out of Wheeler. It's a very good start, no runs. And then the left-handed hitters in the Phillies lineup today, Harper, Galvis, and Miller. Man, what more could you ask for? And you know the best part about this is you know that this is a good Milwaukee team and the Phillies showed up to play today. I think that's the thing that has to be pointed out is that they went from bringing their D game down in Miami to bringing their A game up in Milwaukee so far.
And there's Ronald Torreyes. Looks like he's in there at third base.
And I guess we'll just take it over from here, guys.
Tom, John, we'll see you at the car. And, oh, no, we have to send it back to Tom McCarthy and John.
That's the inning, and that's the inning. And
all right, boys, we'll see you in the postgame. Hector Neris takes over. Michael and Ricky just told you Torreyes is in. He pinch hit for Wheeler. Ball is bounded foul. And it's 0-2. Urias is 0 for 2. He has struck out and flied out. This is the 62nd game for Hector Neris. Yesterday, Hector went 2/3. He was part of that bullpen contingent that did its job in a big way. And now they're going to have to do it again. Oh-2. Swing and a miss. That is 10 strikeouts today for Phillies pitching. And 1 gone here in the 7th.
Well, great. Typical Hector. Just the way he's been lately. Get ahead, finish with the split. I think that was a split, wasn't it?
That was a split.
He's been throwing his slider cutter thing some.
Yeah, that had slider action, but it was the split. Here's Tellez, and Tellez takes way upstairs. He's 0 for 2. He has struck out twice. Michael and Ricky talked about Zach Wheeler, 99 pitches today. Joe did say after the last start that he was going to try to keep Zach under 100 pitches.
He did.
2-0. On the out-of-town scoreboard, Washington has defeated the Mets 4-3. Carter Kieboom, a walk-off RBI single. There you go. Nationals scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th inning to win that one.
Give them credit. They're not phoning it in. They played hard against the Phillies, even though they got swept, but you got so many young guys down in that bullpen for the Nationals. You don't know what you got, but they're going to find out.
Fastball low. It's 3-1. Alvarado is warming up in the bullpen for the Phils. Ball's lined out towards center. Odubel's on the run out toward the track, and it's off the base of the wall, and Tellez will get to second base. And that is his 3rd double. Excuse me, 10th double. And his 23rd extra base hit.
See, now he acknowledged the bench. You get behind, you throw a fastball, you got to challenge him, and Tellez beat Hector in this at-bat. Nice swing, though, by the big fella.
Jackie Bradley's 0 for 2. You know, Bradley grabbed his leg. I thought that hit him. It did not. I think he just grabbed his leg. It could have been a crab.
Ooh, that was close. A lot closer than I thought.
Vogelbach is out of the on-deck circle.
My man.
I hope he's not your man today. 1-1.
Oh, my man could strike out, or
he'd still be your man.
He would still be my man. Yeah, you don't give up on him after 1 AB, Tom. He can get all the hits he wants on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Just do whatever. Not today, not tomorrow, not Wednesday. Don't worry about him, Hector. It's 4-0. And I don't think Rowdy's going to steal. Just because JT has a great arm, there's a left-handed hitter. That's the only reason.
Just wouldn't make sense.
It just wouldn't. Down 4-0.
The 1-1 right there for a strike. 1-2. $30,192 the listed attendance for today in Milwaukee. Two and two. Jackie Bradley battling here. He's the number 8 hitter. Pinch hitter is on deck.
I like the fact that Hector never even gave a look to Tellez. You don't need to pay attention to him. He ain't going nowhere.
And now time is called as Hector and JT not on the same page on what is going to be thrown. Swing and a miss. Well, whoever wanted that, they were right. That is career strikeout number 500 for Hector Neris as he throws the baseball away. Congratulations to Hector. He's number 2 all time, 19 behind Ron Reed.
It looked like someone from the dugout yelled at him. Yeah, Hector turned his head and he, oh, okay, throw it.
Yeah.
That's a man that's locked in, Tom. You don't know it's your 500 strikeout.
Well, now yesterday's folk hero, Daniel Vogelbach, who hit the grand slam to win it for the Brewers, is coming up as a pinch hitter. Yesterday, 4 teams scored 5 runs or more in the 9th inning or later in a game for the first time since July 3rd, 1940. Isn't that amazing?
That is unbelievable. But you said it, so I'll believe it.
There were 6 grand slams yesterday. It's the 3rd time in baseball history that there's been a day where 6 grand slams have been hit. Oh, and 1. Well, here it is. This is the ultimate grand slam. And afterward, he was interviewed by the Brewers television station, and all of his teammates waited until he was done with the interview to celebrate even more in the dugout. They were all in the dugout.
Gotta love it.
0-1 pitch. That's a high splitter. It was in the zone, but I don't think that's where Hector wanted it.
I don't think that's where Vogelbach was looking. My goodness, is he a huge human.
And the 0-2.
You can see up there, he's listed at 270. And Rowdy was 260?
Yes.
A little over 500.
Yeah.
Huh? Only by 30.
6 feet, 270. 1 ball and 2 strikes with a runner at second.
Yeah, 1 more split, Hector. Or maybe gas him up with a fastball.
Swing and a miss. He got him. Threw him another splitter, and he struck out 3 in the inning, and he leaves 1 in scoring position. Another scoreless inning for Hector Neris. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left. And the reaction from Hector. He had an individual milestone in the inning, 500 career strikeouts. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Therabody, the official recovery partner of the Phils. Visit Reset by Therabody in Fishtown and recover like a pro. And by Nextiva. When you need business communications for the office, the home office, and everywhere in between, choose Nextiva. Well, with John Kruk, I'm Tom McCarthy. We go to the top of the 8th inning. This is a huge series between the Phillies and the Brewers. Phillies swept the Brewers out in Philadelphia earlier this season, and it was because of their starting pitching. And it's kind of carried over to today. So in that 4-game series, John, the Phillies starting staff had an ERA of 1.78. And today, Zach Wheeler, no runs over 6 innings.
6, yeah. He didn't get the complete game like he did back in Philadelphia earlier in the season against the Brewers, but yeah, he was really, really good, dominant.
And now,
and the thing you like about what he did, Tom, is he changed the way he pitches. He was elevating fastballs and not getting as many grounders.
Brad Boxberger is the new pitcher, and McCutchen launches one to deep left center field. That's going to be a long home run into the Brewers bullpen. A solo home run for McCutchen. It's his 24th of the year, his 36th against the Brewers. 5-0 Phils.
Welcome to the game. Both Andrew and Boxberger. Yeah, you strike out 3 times, Tom, and the last thing you want is the golden sombrero coming at you. I don't think they have that in the dugout, but it's just the first pitch fastball, and Andrew just did what we've seen him do from a lot this year. That guy stretching out there almost got smoked, though.
He sure did. That's Hunter Strickland's. Didi takes on the outside corner, according to the home plate umpire. Love the fact that the homer hat has been busy today.
Yeah, we hadn't homered in a few innings, so we were due. Away, Andrew.
That's 4 home runs today for the Phils. They lead it 5-0. Boxberger doesn't normally come in unless the Brewers have a lead. He's usually the 7th inning guy when they have a lead. 1 ball, 1 strike.
That's a big sigh of relief. And first and foremost, you hope your team wins. Second, you don't want to strike out 4 times.
Right.
While your team is winning. Worse if they're losing. You just make an adjustment to the homer hat. Make sure it gets fitted well and hopefully pass it on to someone else. Not with that swing.
John, that's 24 home runs now. It's the most since 2017 for him. He had 28 that year. 24 in 2016. 261 home runs. Vira's got this one.
Oh, right on the toe.
And Narvaez is just trying to walk the paint off.
Yeah, he gave the trainer the thumbs up.
No, Pablo Reyes, Melly. There's Melly. He's got his gear ready just in case.
Started to put it on. Saw the thumbs up, and all right, I can ditch this stuff.
1-2 pitch coming. Popped foul. Remains 1-2. Didi 3 for 13 on this road trip. And it's 2-2. Rock, paper, scissors. He's been hitting some homers. He's been winning too. Ooh, they tied. Ooh, he's closing.
He is making a great comeback.
3-2.
Hope he's not running out of time. 3 weeks left.
Could hit 5 more. Foul ball. It remains 3-2. By the way, just a public service announcement, John, that the homer hats are back in full stock at the New Era store for the home stretch. Didi waits and waits for the 3-2. Outside, ball 4. That was awfully close. It almost came all the way back. So he's aboard. Place your 2022 season ticket deposit today and be first in line to secure seats for next year. This is for new accounts only. Season ticket benefits include price savings versus single game tickets. 2021 postseason ticket access. Go to Phillies.com/season deposits for more information. All right, so after Didi's 9-pitch at bat leads to the walk, Brad Miller, who has homered today, is coming up. Hits that one sharply past the diving Tellez and into right field. Didi's on his way to third. First and third with nobody out.
Add them on. Add them on, boys.
The Phillies are double digits in hits this afternoon.
They keep trying, Tom, and it just doesn't work. Trying to throw fastballs by Miller. Holding a runner on. Beautiful thing for a left-handed hitter. Basically a pull hitter in Brad Miller. Now you got first and third, no outs. You've already got one in the inning, and now let's add them on, boys.
Well, Chris Hook out to the mound to talk to Boxberger. And Jankowski is going to pinch hit for the Phillies, as the Brewers will get another lefty up, Daniel Norris. Jankowski 4 for 17 as a pinch hitter.
Well, that was a long way to frame a pitch.
And also Boxberger looking in for a little while too. I mean, that was down and away. Change up, and it's 1-1. So Hector Neris goes 1 scoreless today. Strikes out 3. He has had 9 straight scoreless appearances. 1-2. Two and two. Oh, the out-of-town scoreboard. Dodgers are shutting out St. Louis 4-0. Chris Taylor, you talked about him before, 20th home run.
It's amazing. A guy gets hurt and you put an all-star in to replace him.
Right.
It's incredible the depth that team has.
Three and two, nobody out. And ball 4, that loads the bases up. Boxberger's walked 2 in this inning. That may be it for him. I know you got a righty up in Torreyes and a lefty warming up. Well, maybe not. Craig Counsell's going to leave him in.
We've had, look, the Brewers should be lucky it's only 5-0. Because we've had some runners on base, a lot of traffic for the Phillies. Is one big hit right here, and that ought to do it.
Yeah, they're playing the infield in for Torreyes, who singled as a pinch hitter and is only at bat.
Yeah, no outs. They can't afford to turn a double play and let the Phillies score another run.
Ground ball past the diving Escobar into left field. 1 run will score. They'll hold up Miller. RBI single for Torreyes, who's 2 for 2 today. And again, the number 9 spot is magical. That's 4 hits from the 9 spot. And the Phillies lead it 6-0. And here comes Craig Counsell.
Well, a hanging breaking ball by Boxberger. Didn't get it where the catcher wanted it. Ronald Torreyes just, again, not trying to overdo himself. Just base hit, drive in a run, keep the line moving.
Another pitching change for the Brewers. Phillies up 6-0. We'll be back with Daniel Norris right after this. Time now for our Hyundai defensive play of the game. This is JT up.
Yeah, rocket hit JT down the line, and Escobar just a great first step, great crossover. robs JT of extra bases, at least a double, and that's our Hyundai defensive play of the game, brought to you by your local Hyundai dealers.
Well, Daniel Norris will be the new pitcher for the Brewers, as he's on to face Odubel Herrera, who is 0 for 3 today with a walk. 51st game for Norris. Foul ball, 0-1.
Come on, Odubel, stay on one.
Oh, 0-2, late on the fastball.
Very.
The infield is set up for a 2. Not in as they were.
It's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially now with 2 strikes.
Brad Miller's over at third.
That's Bamboo Brad to you guys.
Jankowski's at second. And Torreyes over at first base. And Daniel Norris. On the mound, the count is 0-2. Herrera hits it back to the mound. He goes to second, and it's bobbled by Urias, and everybody is safe. I don't know why he didn't go home for that one.
I have no idea.
7-0.
Yeah,
Phillies.
that was. I think he just lost sight of what was going on. I mean, that's one. Even if Torreyes is out, you don't even appeal it because your pitcher made a mistake.
Terrible throw.
Yeah, it's a. Look, I think right here he realized, oh man, I should have went home, and he just.
He still could have gone home.
I know. Oh, Urias wants him to check it, but
I don't know if he had control in his glove. I mean, they may check it.
Yeah,
in fact, they are going to check it.
I don't know why. Torreyes hit the base, went off the base, and came back on. So the force is over once Torreyes' foot hits second base.
Well, either way, the Phillies do get a run. And lead at 7-0. Mike Muklinski to the right made the initial call. Jerry Meals will get the call from headquarters.
Yeah, once Torreyes' foot hits the base, he's, safe. The force is off.
Mm-hmm. And right there, I don't know if he has control of it in his glove.
Yeah, he just has it smothered.
He has it smothered, right.
You make a mental mistake, you shouldn't get rewarded for it.
Well, now Segura with the bases loaded. He takes strike one. It's 0-1.
I just wonder what was going through Norris's head on that. I mean, that probably is a double play.
Could have been, yeah. It was hit hard enough. That ball is hit well down the left field line. It is gone! Grand slam for Gene Segura. And the Phillies lead it 11-0. And he wants the baseball. Gene Segura turns on one. It's his third hit of the day. 400 feet. Wow. I don't think the Phillies have used the long ball like this in a long time.
Yeah, well, we mentioned when the roof's off that this place, well, even with the roof on, it's a great hitter's park. But that's just a hanger by Norris. And, you got to wonder if Norris's head's somewhere else right now after that mental error he made in the last inning. And he threw
And John, he wants the baseball because that's his first career grand slam.
Yeah, go get it for him.
11 home runs for Segura, 49 runs batted in. And now Vierling, and he takes a strike. How about the way this game is turned? And there's still nobody out.
A lot of ink being used today, Tommy.
Yes, sir.
Seven runs this inning and nothing. No outs. I know this crazy thing, this ultimate Grand Slam thing, but like if it's your first career Grand Slam,
yeah,
and you played as long as Segura has, shouldn't that be an ultimate Grand Slam?
I don't know if it's if it fits into the terms.
Well, let's make our own.
Yeah, well, we can.
There's some smart people that made up all this junk, or a lot of this junk. So let's be the two dummies that came up with this one.
2-2.
First career Grand Slam for any player should be an ultimate Grand Slam. There we go. I'll call Rob Manfred tomorrow.
Lay it out to him. Vierling fouls it off to the right.
Get Bryce off his feet for a couple innings.
Yep.
Let him just watch and enjoy.
Vierling hits it to second base. Colton Wong has it, and an out is recorded. One out.
Could be tough to decide who we talk to after the game, right?
There's a lot going on today. Phillies have 13 hits, 11 runs on 13 hits today.
Can we just talk to all of them?
Bring them all out?
Well, everyone's had a big piece in this game.
I don't know how many headsets we have down there, John.
Maybe they could pass it around to each other.
Everybody gets a question?
Yeah, well, no. Nah, maybe not.
Outside, 1-0. Norris has been charged with an error on that play to second base. An error in judgment and just an error overall. 2-0 to JT. Realmuto is 1 for 4. He has struck out, singled, lined out, and hit into a double play. 2-1. Two and two.
Yeah, who'd have thought we'd have this much fun on Labor Day?
Well, you did lay it out that there were going to be some home runs today.
There's been a bunch.
Two balls, two strikes. And it's high, 3-2. Phillies swept out the Brewers in Philadelphia earlier this year. Brewers, though, were playing some kind of baseball as this series began. I know it's only one game, but this is a heck of a way to start that one game.
A great statement.
JT lines one into right field, a base hit. That's his second hit. The other thing, too, John, is that the Braves are off today. So the Phillies can gain a half game on Atlanta going into action tomorrow.
Two more wins and 2 Braves losses, and we're right where we belong.
Yeah, the Braves will entertain the Nationals beginning tomorrow. You see the standings in the East. Kutch homered his last time up. This one's hit well. Out toward left, but it's toward the end of the bat. And Yelich is there, makes the catch. 2 outs. Certainly not as well as his last one.
No. But it did look like when it left the bat, like that thing was going out.
And now Didi walked after McCutcheon's home run to begin the 8th inning.
And like everyone else on the roster, he came around to score.
Yeah, the Phillies, the first 7 hitters in this inning scored. Boxberger didn't get anybody out. He's charged with 3 hits and 5 runs, 4 earned. Couple walks, no strikeouts.
Didi needs to go deep. JT's the only one that hadn't scored a run yet. So we got to fill in that home plate.
2-1.
Oh, my goodness.
On the out-of-town scoreboard, and Chicago's won it. Got to get your scorecard. Know who the Cubs are, but they won it 4-3 over Cincinnati.
Schwindel. Go ahead, single in the 8th.
They've won 7 straight, the Cubs have.
Who called that one?
Fly ball. Center field, Jackie Bradley makes the catch. 11 men come to the plate in the inning. The Phillies score 7 runs. The first 7 hitters in the inning score. Gene Segura, a grand slam, the first of his career, helped the Phils to 11-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Pitcher records a pitch of 95 miles per hour or more. Comcast will make a contribution to Phillies charities. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. A 7-run 8th inning allows Alvarado to sit down, and Matt Moore is coming in. And Matt will pitch here in the bottom of the 8th and maybe even the bottom of the 9th inning.
You never know.
Preserve the bullpen.
Yep. Yeah, after the bullpen game yesterday, it's, you know, of course, you had to use Hector, and Hector was fantastic. You get these 2 innings out of Matt Moore, and then tomorrow, most of those guys should be ready to go.
Yeah,
or all of them should be.
Yeah, Moore delivers a strike to start the 8th. That's the key right now, John, is just throw strikes. Herrera has moved to left field. Vierling, well, Jankowski's in center field, and then Vierling is around in right field.
Who's playing second?
Segura's still out there.
I just saw him sitting on the bench with Freddie. Maybe he was a late arrival to the position.
Might have been a late arrival.
Talking
Vierling
about his grand slam. I'm sure that's very exciting. First one. But he looks, every time I see him, I think, well, am I watching like a rain delay game? Jeff Francoeur's back with the Phillies?
Does resemble Jeff Francoeur. Jace Peterson, the batter. There's a foul ball, 0-1. There's Gene. Curveball that loops high. It's 1-1. Phillies and the Brewers back at it again tomorrow. It's a 6:40 local time start. 7:40 here, John.
Thank you.
In fact, back-to-back night games before the Phillies return home on Thursday.
Who they play Thursday?
Rockies. Different team away from Colorado,
yeah,
of course.
They look good against the Braves this week.
Swing and a miss, and Matt Moore picks up another strikeout. That's 14 strikeouts today. And, Gene, I think the baseball is arriving back in the Phillies dugout. The grand slam ball.
Well, if he can get in.
There's a lot to do to get out there.
It's amazing. It took that security guy so long to get through that thing to get to the dugout to give the team a ball, but yet the people can run out on the field during rain delays and whatever. It doesn't take that long.
0-1 to Yelich. Yelich has 2 hits today. He's 2 for 3.
Got to keep it secure around the dugout, Tom. Protect the players.
Oh, 0-2. Bobby Meacham's got the baseball. There's the kid who caught the ball.
Yeah,
so
he's got to get something.
Yeah, he's got to get something.
Bat.
What do you want to give him?
I didn't hit the grand slam.
Oh.
I never got any of mine back.
Well, if you did, you would have.
Wouldn't have known.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I had to ask for the ball like whenever you did something.
And a strike 3 called. Matt Moore just struck out the side. Everything's going the Phillies' way. 8 straight outs recorded on the strikeout. We'll go to the 9th. Maley is going to be the new pitcher for the Brewers.
Didn't he get put on his catcher's gear?
He had his catcher's gear, yeah. Maley with a smile on his face, getting a chance to pitch here with this game in hand for the Phils. He pitched in 2 games while with the Blue Jays back in 2019, and he had 3 strikeouts in 2 innings. So let's see what he's got, John. Facing Brad Miller.
Little hook. 61. Is that 61 or 51?
61.
Pumped up on that.
I think it's a knuckleball that he's throwing. I believe.
That one got away from him.
Yeah, I think it's a knuckleball. 60.
He ain't getting a ticket. He gets one up there at 70. He's just going to blow by Brad Miller.
Yeah. See, 3 strikeouts. Ball's popped foul out of play. Prior to pitching in 2019, he said the last time that he had pitched was when he was 14 years old. Yeah, that's a knuckler. He does have a slider, apparently.
There it is. Yeah, you know, it's funny because most guys, when you play catch with them, when I played, a lot of guys would throw knuckleball, try to throw a knuckleball.
Yep.
Greg Nettles had a great one. Gary Templeton had a great one. Look at the heater at 83. If he throws that down the middle.
No chance, right?
None. Look at Brad smiling. He knows. He's got weight 61, 60, 61, 60, 83.
Knuckleball hit in the air to right field. Going back on it is Peterson toward the wall. It is gone. It's another multi-home run game for Brad Miller. 12-0 Phillies. He has 3 hits. He has 2 solo home runs. Yeah, it's against a position player this time, but that's number 17.
He don't care. At the end of the year, all you do is look at the numbers, right?
Yes. And by the way, you just saw the hat and ball going to the youngster who gave Gene Segura the grand slam ball.
Didn't Brad hit another homer against a position player?
Your memory's better at that than mine. I can check real quick.
Can't find my keys, but I'll remember this stuff.
Jankowski takes high.
Gosh, I'm trying to think of who. I thought he hit one off someone.
Jankowski pops it up left side. Escobar makes the catch.
That ain't Escobar because his pants are looser.
Oh, yeah, that's not Escobar. A little switcheroo. Pablo Reyes over at third.
That's right. The scorecard's a happy mess today, Tom. Drop a dozen on someone, it can get that way.
That one drops in.
Surprised the catcher doesn't have a knuckleball glove.
Oh, yeah, he is using his regular glove. 16th career multi-home run game for Brad.
Oh, my gosh. 51. How do you not keep that fair?
John, I do not see.
Maybe I was not paying attention. Eric Sogard. Did he hit a home run off Eric Sogard?
Torreyes out to shortstop. 2 outs. I don't have him with one against Sogard. Two away. Herrera's coming up. And there's a base hit through the open side of the diamond. And Herrera will stop at first. His first hit of the day. 12-0 Phillies. And here comes Segura. Ball and the hat are on their way to the youngster. Gene's 3 hits today has moved his batting average up to 296. 1 ball, 1 strike. Outside, 2-1.
Tom, we made a mistake. It was Alec Bohm
2-2.
that hit the homer off the position player.
I did know Alec hit one off the position player. I didn't know whether Brad Miller had.
If he hits a homer here, this wouldn't be an ultimate grand slam, would it?
Would not. No. Nope.
It's funny how they change the rules.
That one's the other way. And Tellez will take it to the bag. Segura is retired. 3 unassisted. The Phillies, though, do get another run on the home run. They were going to check him, and they just waved him off. We'll go to the bottom of the 9th. Buy the Toyota Camry, now with available all-wheel drive. Visit your local Tri-State Toyota dealer today. Buy Xfinity Mobile. Get nationwide 5G included at no extra cost with Xfinity Mobile. By Citizens, official bank of the Phils. And by Independence Blue Cross. Learn more at IBX.com. Well, back as we go to the bottom of the 9th inning, Matt Moore will continue on. The Phillies lead at 12-0. It's the second time this year the Phillies have hit at least 6 home runs in a game. The last time they did it was against Cincinnati on June 1st. They had 7 that day. The Dodgers have the most home runs in a game this year. Dodgers and Blue Jays, they hit 8. Dodgers hit 8 on July 10th. Blue Jays hit 8 on the 13th of June. Pablo Reyes takes a strike. Eight straight outs recorded by Phil's pitching have been thanks to the strikeout. Fly ball out to left. Herrera makes the catch. 1 out here in the 9th inning.
Tell you what, you couldn't have ordered a better game.
Oh, I can't remember the last time we had a laugher like this.
Yeah, not only a laugher, but you got, a great performance by Zach Wheeler. Hector had to pitch the 1 inning. And now you turn it over to Matt Moore after a bullpen game. You score 12 runs and you let Matt finish the last 2 innings, and it saves the rest of the guys in the bullpen. And Hector will pitch tomorrow if needed.
0-1. Fly ball center field, well hit. Jankowski going back toward the track, makes the catch right at the, about a step onto the track, and there are 2 outs. He had a really good read on that.
Got a great read, and the card helped a ton. I thought that was gone. It sounded loud.
It's funny, some of them that you hear, there's no doubt. The one that Brad hit earlier in the game, Bryce. The acoustics are good, and obviously we're here in Philadelphia, so sometimes we have to wait for the switch of the camera to see. Urias the batter. Somebody asked me earlier, as Urias takes in the ball that went off the base of the wall that Tellez hit, should Odubel have caught it? And I said, I'm not sure. I said, it's tough to tell because of where we are.
Yeah.
And because of the way the ball left the bat. Inside, 2-0. Matt Moore's doing exactly what he needs to do here.
Yep. Yeah, get the boys in the clubhouse quick, let them get back to the hotel, get a good night's sleep, and go back to dominating tomorrow, Tom.
That's a good formula.
Room service. Get some room service. Maybe an adult beverage or 2 just to loosen up.
Yeah, got time.
Yeah.
3-1. $15 strikeouts today. Inside, ball 4. That is the first walk issued by Phil's pitching.
Well, that's another reason why they've been kept off the board. They got big out forget what inning it was, the third inning, I guess, with Yelich up with the...
Yes, the ground ball.
Yeah. First and second. Zach got a little weak ground ball to first. Brad took it himself to actually tag Yelich, but that was a huge out.
Breaking ball to Tellez, and it's 0-1. Tomorrow it's Aaron Nola on the mound for the Phils. 7:30 on NBC Sports Philadelphia. Phillies pregame live. Michael and Ricky at 6:30. That one's off the foot of Moore, picked up by Torreyes, and he lets it fly, and it's in time to get Tellez. Wow. That was an unbelievable play.
Holy, why?
I didn't think there was any chance that he was even going to make the throw.
I thought he was faking the throw to see if the guy first would around the base.
That was an unbelievable play by Ronald Torreyes, and we apologize that we weren't there in Milwaukee to give it the justice it deserved.
Wow, that was. We'll talk more about that tomorrow.
Yeah, 1-5-3 on the putout, and that wraps up the ninth inning and the game. And the Phils win it 12-0. The first 12-plus run shutout since August 14, 2006 for the Phillies, when they beat the Mets 13-0. Our Chevrolet player of the game, Gene Segura. Really, you could have chosen a handful of guys today. I mean, the Phillies hit 6 home runs.
Zach Wheeler.
Zach
6
Wheeler,
innings, no runs, 2 hits.
Well, here are those home runs, our W.B. Mason deliveries.
And that's big right there, Tom. First inning off of Woodruff, one of the best pitchers in the game right now. And, big 2-out after Segura with a hustle single. And then Bryce hits a 2-run homer to get the Phillies started. And Freddie, line drive homer yesterday. This time he tried to go a little more majestic so he could trot. But that quad and everything puts us up 3-0. And Brad Miller just annihilated this one off Woodruff. You see Woodruff not real happy with the result of that one. Up into the second deck, he gets the homer hat. And then Andrew McCutchen, after they bring in Boxberger, Andrew says, you know what, let me handle this one. Everyone else is hitting them. Why can't I? Or why shouldn't I? And he did. And then this is huge right here. First grand slam of the great career of Gene Segura. And he was as happy could be hitting that grand slam. And then, well, it's a knuckleball position player, but you know what, Tom? It's his second homer of the game. Bamboo Brad with 2 big home runs today, and the Phillies with a laugher, which is what they needed.
And Gene Segura joins us in Milwaukee. Gene, congratulations on your first career grand slam. That was pretty cool. You knew it right away.
Well, yeah, I know. It's only taken 10 years, guys, but finally get it. I feel happy. It's like here it was everything started for me as my young career, and happy to be back here. And thanks God, I just gave that grand slam away.
Well, you had a couple at bats that were pivotal. The grand slam, of course, but your first at bat, the hustle base hit to set up Bryce's 2-run homer. I mean, that's pretty much all you can ask from a player, isn't it?
I mean, absolutely, especially when you face, guy like Woodwood, he's got pretty good stuff. And, I just smelled that hit, and as soon as I see him passing, I have a pretty good chance to beat it out. I went, head first and first baseman, and I normally do that, but I just, natural reaction and go head first and out there. And you guys say that. We set it up everything, next at bat, Harper hit that homer, and we, start from there.
How big was that, Gene, that Harper hit the home run in the first, just to get you guys going?
I mean, every time he step on the plate and the way he's swinging right now, I think if we, kind of get on base, myself, Doobie, and I think we win really, really good position, especially the way he is right now. He's swinging the bat real well. He's started getting homers, and he's our guy.
Gene, you've had a lot of tough games lately. The Phillies have, not you yourself, because you seem to get 2 hits every night. But how big was it today to get a 12-run lead and just kind of relax a little bit?
I think we don't have any pretty good luck, especially when we face, like, when we play in a stadium with a roof. Today they open it, and we scored 12 runs and 60 hit. We get to Arizona as a root clubs. They got swept us, and we, play against 3-game series against Miami, and they beat us twice. But today is a new day. We winning today. The guys were coming today, swinging the bat real well. Wheeler, he's dominant today. It's always doing it, and it's always fine to get a win, especially like this.
Yeah, and the other thing too, Gene, is that you were able to get the ball back. How cool was it to get the ball back?
I mean, absolutely. It's going to go to my wall where I got all my trophies. And, first of all, it's not easy to do. I've been playing this game this is my number 10 season, and I never be able to get a Grand Slam. And today, I did it, and I feel happy, though.
And now you gave a hat and a ball to the youngster? Is that what it was?
I gave a hat signing and a ball signing, too, for that ball. So
nice.
I'm pretty sure he's going to give it back to me and, bring it out home with me, and it should be really, really cool.
That's great. Well, Gene, congratulations. It's a great way to start this series against the Brewers. Keep it going tomorrow.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right. Gene Segura, our guest.
Heck, it just hit.
It just hit. Yeah. Hey, here's this final play. Off the foot of Moore, rolls over to Torreyes, barehands it, flips it to go to first, and in time to get Tellez. And now the Phillies are within a game and a half of the Atlanta Braves as they win it today, going away against the Milwaukee Brewers. Braves are off, so the Phillies will be a game and a half as play begins tomorrow. Our next telecast will be tomorrow night. Aaron Nola on the mound against Eric Lauer, 7:30 right here at NBC Sports Philadelphia, or streaming on the My Teams app. Phillies pregame live begins at 6:30. The senior producer of Phil's Baseball is Jeff Halleckman. John DeSangro is our associate producer. Today's director, J.R. Aquila. For John Kruk and our entire crew, I'm Tom McCarthy. Thanks for watching, everyone. Stay tuned. Cure Auto Insurance presents Phillies Postgame Live. Coming up next.